Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Ashland Tonight News. Today is Wednesday, April 7th, and here's a look at today's top stories.
Cuyahoga County's coroner office has reported that the murder evidence to Jeremy Quinn's trial may have been thrown out. TV2 has the details of the investigation.
An Ashland man found guilty of his wife's murder has been granted a new trial and will be coming home to Ashland within the next week. Stay tuned to hear more.
Also, Ashland's fire department held training in their smokehouse on East 3rd Street, and TV2 was there covering the action. Hear all about it when we come back. I'm Brittany Lee.
And I'm Candace Kaczynski. You're watching Ashland Tonight News for local coverage you care about. Stay tuned, it's all coming up next. That's kind of distracting, I think. The Cuyahoga County Coroner's Office recently reported to Ashland County Prosecutor Ramona Rogers that employees lost the likely murder weapon and other evidence related to the death of 25-year-old Jeremy Quinn, who was stabbed to death inside his apartment in Ashland on January 17th. Officials say an investigation has determined a knife and 3 other items from the crime scene might have been inadvertently thrown out, ruling the cause as human error without malicious intent. Fortunately, most of the evidence in question had already been processed by the coroner's forensic labs when the items were discovered missing. Office officials says an internal security at the office and evidence handling procedures have been tightened. 49-year-old Scott Bretlinger is currently in the Ashland County Jail on a $1 million bond and is charged with Quinn's death. His trial is scheduled for April 15th.
In 2002, Brian Seiler was found guilty of aggravated murder, endangering children, aggravated burglary, violation of a protection order, and domestic violence and the death of his wife. However, this Ashland man was granted a new trial and will be returning to the Ashland area in a week or so. Barbara Keener Seiler was killed in 2001. Her body was found in a staged suicide, hanging from a rope in their garage of their home on Ohio 598, just south of Nankin. Her husband was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In 2005, the 5th District Court of Appeals in Canton ordered a new trial after Common Pleas Court Judge Jeffrey Runyon did not allow a cross-examination of Brian Siller's then 3-year-old son, Nathan Siller. Ashland County Prosecutor Ramona Rogers appealed the court's ruling last fall, but the U.S. Supreme Court has declined to take jurisdiction in the case, leaving the order for a new trial to stay in effect. Rogers has stated that she does intend to be the prosecutor again on the case this time around. A new trial date has not yet been set.
The Ashland Fire Department held a training session yesterday afternoon at their practice facility on East 3rd Street. The home was filled with smoke and a dummy was placed inside the house for the firefighters to find and remove from the building. Flashing lights were also placed inside the house to simulate fires. Crews practiced using their equipment as well as running fire hoses throughout the structure. The drill lasted approximately 30 minutes.
After 4 years of praying for his return, an Ohio couple has been informed that remains of their son have been found. Staff Sergeant Keith Matthew Maupin was captured by insurgents in April of 2004. His whereabouts remained unknown to the family until military officials informed the family earlier this week that the remains of the 24-year-old Army reservist have been identified. According to military officials, coalition forces found the remains after a local Iraqi gave them tips of the site. Matt Maupin was 20 years old at the time of his capture. He and a fellow soldier, Sergeant Elmer Cause, were captured by insurgents April 4th of 2004 after their convoy underwent attack near Baghdad International Airport. A week later, Maupin was shown on videotape surrounded by several masked army men. 2 weeks later, a body of the second soldier was captured and found. The Pentagon has released a statement announcing an official change in status from missing captured to deceased. There has been no further details about Maupin's cause of death.
The Ashland City Police are asking for your help in identifying a man who stole a woman's purse in the Walmart parking lot Saturday evening. The suspect is described as a white male, about 5 feet 10 inches to 6 feet tall and slender. He was wearing a tan hooded sweatshirt and jeans and left in a compact gold or tan colored Chevy S10 pickup truck with extended cab. Anyone who might have information about the suspect is encouraged to call the Detective Bureau at 419-289-3639. Well, TV2 met the new dean from the College of Business today, as well as having a little too much fun with duct tape. Stay tuned for more. Plus, it's time for faculty to dress casual. AU students are raising money through the Jeans for St. June's event. We'll have those details when we come back. Stay tuned.
President, my parents believe that eating meals together will make our country strong. Is this something that you did when you were a kid?
I did eat with my family so long as my mother wasn't cooking.
Not good making fun of your mother, even if you are president, but it is good to have dinner with your kids. We know the more often children have dinner with their families, the less likely they are to smoke, drink, and use drugs. So simply having dinner together can help your children forever, even if you're not a great cook.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. Took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
Does peace really have a chance within our lifetime? At Rotary, we believe it does. We've created programs at universities around the world dedicated solely to teaching peace to a new generation. There's a new symbol for peace. Rotary.
You're a good driver, a careful driver, and you don't stand a chance. Not at a railroad crossing with bad sight lines and no lights or gates, where vegetation, buildings, or hills block your view, where you can't see the train and you only have seconds before it hits your safe, careful self and you die. Go to angelsontrack.org to report dangerous crossings, because careful is just no match for a 200-ton locomotive.
Welcome back. The Dauch College of Business and Economics held a Meet the Dean event today, in which faculty, staff, and students were able to meet the new dean, Dr. James Maxwell. The event took place from 11:45 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. A meet and greet with Dr. James Maxwell was held in the Dauch lobby this afternoon and was followed by 2 fundraising activities. In the Stick It to the Dean activity, participants were encouraged to buy strips of duct tape for $1 each to tape the interim dean, Dr. Kuzwat Pintinger, to a chair. The new addition to the College of Business and Economics also agreed to match the amount of money that was raised in the Banked Rep the Dean fundraiser. The proceeds were donated to the Relay for Life.
Ashland University recently launched a major marketing campaign with a very recognizable alumna. Headline News anchor Robin Mead shot 3 commercials with the Public Relations Office at the CNN Center in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hello, I'm Robin Mead, Headline News anchor, and I bring the news to millions of people every day. Did you know that Ashland University is the 3rd largest private university in Ohio, offers nationally recognized programs in teacher education, political science, and finance, boasts a strong Division II athletic program, and is close to you, midway between Cleveland and Columbus? Ashland University is my alma mater. It gave me the individual attention that I needed to succeed. Explore Ashland University at exploreashland.com.
The TV spots are now being run on Time Warner cable stations in the Columbus area, as well as during the news programming on WBNS Channel 10 in Columbus and WJW Fox 8 in Cleveland.
Ashland University students have set out to raise $50,000 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital through fundraising and letter writing campaigns. And now, President Finks will get involved as well. On April 11, 2008, St. Jude's Executive Board will be sponsoring Jeans for St. Jude's. President Dr. Fred Finks has agreed to allow faculty and staff to wear jeans to work in exchange for a monetary donation to St. Jude's. Envelopes for donations will be delivered to each office and will be collected on April 10th. The amount to be donated is up to the individual, but all proceeds will be donated to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. The St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is an organization that was founded by the late entertainer Danny Thomas. The foundation provides funds to less fortunate children who are battling cancer.
Ashland University's Don Coburn Art Gallery will host Senior Exhibition 1, beginning with an opening reception on April 3rd from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. and continuing through April 18th. Seniors who will display their work in the exhibition include Liz Yoder, Lindsay Owen, Laura Terkowski, Candace Queen, Allison Tippin, Catherine Bushner, Donnie Kuba, Sarah Sturgeon, and Eric Bates, and Naomi Nemes. The Coburn Gallery is located outside Hugo Young Theater and AU Center for the Arts. The exhibition and reception are free and open to the public. For more information, contact Larry Scheinman, Director of Gallery Operations, at 419-289-5652.
Two-time Grammy winner Sylvia McNair sang at the Hugo Young Theater this past weekend in a collaboration with the Ashland Regional Ballet. The performance combined McNair singing with a number of dances.
Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets.
The ballet was choreographed by Robert Westner of the Ashland Regional Ballet. Accompanying McNair on piano was Ted Taylor, a New York pianist and a conductor. A crowd of nearly 600 filled the theater for the one-night-only performance. Well, I know I am enjoying this sunshine, even if it is a little bit chilly, but it's about time the sun comes out to play. Stay tuned for your weather updates with Leland Gottlieb. We'll be right back.
I joined the National Guard and never thought I'd be saving lives.
I never thought I'd have such an impact on my community.
It's more than money for college. It's built my character and given me a sense of accomplishment.
Citizen soldiers have two missions. One is right here at home during emergencies.
The Guard opened the door for me. Now I'm on a career path and I'm the leader of my team. When your country calls, you go, proudly.
I put on the uniform and I have a whole new outlook on life. Country, community, family. That's what matters most to me. If that matters to you, go to 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Salam.
Jam.
Salam. Ewa.
Rita. Apa pa? Pa.
Mir. Shanti.
We all want the same thing.
Peace.
And Rotary clubs are making it happen. Through international scholarships for young people to promote peace and understanding around the world. Rotary. Humanity in motion.
Look, my first tooth.
Dudley, spit out the toothpaste. That was the first time you brushed your teeth.
And I brush twice a day, every day.
Oh, here's that nice dentist, Dr. Benchley.
Yep, he showed me how to floss.
Why are your teeth blue?
I use my mouth guard whenever I play sports to protect my smile.
And visit the dentist regularly.
Remember, brush twice a day and floss once a day.
Welcome back to Ashland 2 Night News. I am Leland Gottlieb with your weather. Let's get right to the maps and see what's going on. Right here we have the surface map, and this shows the high pressures, low pressures, and fronts going through our nation with the precipitation. We can see that a cold front moved off to the east with a low pressure system yesterday and gave us some rain showers over the night. Now we just have a high pressure system dominating our weather with copious amount of sun. However, it's a bit chilly for this time of year still. As we shift our attention all the way to the west, let me get out of the way here so you can see that low pressure system. We see a low pressure system that will move through the west and come into the Ashland area later this week, Friday most likely. And let's get right back to the surface picture, please. And we have this low pressure system, and we'll see rain over the same area, which will lead to some flooding. Now let's go to the temperatures, because that has a big part in this. We see temperatures around our area in the lower 40s, anywhere from Cleveland to Ashland to Columbus. However, Cincinnati is in the upper 40s. Now, as we take a look over most of the U.S., we see that there's no major Arctic outbreak, and it's pretty warm for this time of the year, actually pretty seasonable. Now, this has given us some rain instead of snow, because we have the same pattern. Therefore, we're seeing rain over the same area, which is leading us some flooding just to the west of Ashland. I want to show you here, this is the precipitation through this week thus far. We can see that Ashland is in the green, light green area. So that means on the legend you can see that we are anywhere from ½ an inch to an inch of rain. But just to the west, we're seeing heavy rain, which is giving us some flooding. Now let's take a look at that all-important 3-day forecast. We can see that tomorrow will be 53 degrees. And I didn't put any rain showers on for the icon because we'll probably see it move on later in the evening. However, by Friday, we'll have a washout. But by Saturday, we'll see temperatures in the lower 50s and moderating, and that will be the story next week. That's all I have for weather. Here's Brendan with sports.
Thanks. Let's get to all the action in AU sports. The Ashland baseball team opened their conference season by taking 3 out of 4 games at Northwood this weekend. The Eagles won the first 3 by scores of 7-1, 12-2, and 2-1. AU fell 7-2 in the final game on Sunday as they tried for the weekend sweep. In Saturday's doubleheader, the Eagles got 2 big performances from their starting pitchers. Simon Liston threw a complete game, allowing 1 run on 3 hits. Ben Menard followed that with a complete game of his own, allowing 2 runs, 1 earned on 8 hits. He struck out 7. Outfielder David Quiroga led the Eagle offense in the first game with 4 hits, a triple, and 4 RBIs. In the second game, everyone in the lineup got a hit. But it was Quiroga again leading the way with 3 hits, a double, another triple, and 3 more RBIs. In Sunday's first game, 2 Eagle pitchers combined on a 4-hitter. Matt Schultz started and allowed the only run. Todd Schlenkerman relieved him in the 4th and pitched scoreless ball for the win. In the second game, Ashland's bats were held to just 2 runs on 6 hits. Brad Thomas suffered the loss after allowing 7 runs in 4 2/3 innings. Ashland is now 16-6 overall in the season. They are playing right now at Donjust Field against Tiffin. The softball team also began its GLIAC season last weekend with doubleheaders against Hillsdale and Wayne State. They split their Saturday twin bill against the Chargers, but the Warriors swept Sunday's games from the Eagles. AU won their first game on Saturday 9-1. Logan Hersey got the win after throwing all 7 innings. 4 Eagles collected 2 hits apiece. In the second game, with the Chargers, the Eagles could muster just 4 hits total as they fell 4-0. Shannon Gray picked up the loss after allowing 2 runs in 4 innings. On Sunday, the Eagles did not scratch out a run, losing 6-0 and 1-0. Ashland was no hit in the first game and had only one runner reach base on an error. In the second game, AU again had scoring chances as they gathered just 8 hits, 3 from Jen Alderson, but Ashland could not pick up the run to match the Warriors. The Eagles are 9-9 on the season, and they are also in action right now at Brookside Park. 3 members of the Ashland track team nailed qualifying marks for nationals this weekend. Rob Clank will go to nationals later this season in the hammer throw. Dan Tierney qualified in the pole vault, and Brian Vickers qualified in the shot put. Vickers and Clank were in Raleigh, North Carolina for the weekend, while Tierney competed in Worcester. On the women's side, Jen Tinney set a provisional mark for nationals in the shot put, as she also competed in the Raleigh relays this weekend. The track teams will next compete in the Nickoloff Invitational at the University of Cincinnati on Saturday. The women's golf team was in their first competition of the spring season at the Northern Kentucky Invitational. The Eagles finished 12th out of the 20 teams. Grand Valley took home the team championship. Christine Suki was Ashland's best finisher in a tie for 14th with a score of 156. Second for Ashland was Andy Miles, who shot a 162. The golf team next competes in Ashland in the Ashland Huntington Bank Invitational at the Ashland Country Club April 5th and 6th. That's a wrap on all your Eagle sports. Ashland 2 Night News will be right back after this.
We've all solved problems in creative ways, but the quick fix isn't always the best, especially when it comes to your health. Crooked teeth or misaligned jaws could be signs of orthodontic trouble. Quick cosmetic fixes rather than orthodontic treatment may not be the best solution. Teeth that work better look better, and orthodontists improve the look of the mouth by improving tooth alignment and function. Appearance is important, but it's not everything. For a healthy smile, visit an orthodontist.
Shalom.
Jump.
Hey, what?
Reader. Fire pa. Pa.
Mir. Shanti. Yep, Changyok.
We all want the same thing.
Peace.
And Rotary clubs
Sola.
are making it happen.
Lucky.
Through international scholarships for young people to promote peace and understanding
La Fei.
around the world.
Señales de high.
Rotary. Humanity in motion.
Hello, I'm Robin Mead, headline news anchor, and I bring the news to millions of people every day. Did you know that Ashland University is the third largest private university in Ohio, offers nationally recognized programs in teacher education, political science, and finance, boasts a strong Division II athletic program, and is close to you, midway between Cleveland and Columbus? Ashland University is my alma mater. It gave me the individual attention that I needed to succeed. Explore Ashland University at exploreashland.com.
When will the next natural disaster hit? A public health crisis strike? Another terrorist threat emerge? How long will it take for help to arrive? Ohio Citizen Corps is committed to making every minute count by having volunteers ready. Physicians, nurses, teachers, retirees, everyone can help. You can make a difference. Join Ohio Citizen Corps. Call or go to serveohio.org. The time to prepare for trouble is before it hits.
Welcome back to Ashland Tonight News. I am Marina Santos and I'm here with your latest Hollywood gossip. Well, it looks like former pop princess is once again trying to regain her throne. Britney Spears has once again reunited former manager Larry Rudolph. Larry Rudolph is credited for the discovery of Spears. He is known for taking the small-town Disney icon and transforming her into the world-famous pop star. The pair worked together for 9 years before cutting ties around the time Britney married her now ex-hubby Kevin Federline. According to E!, their professional relationship ended when Spears accused Rudolph of pressuring her into rehab. Another star has been cut from the dance sky. 49-year-old actor Steve Guttenberg's time on ABC's hit show Dance with the Stars has come to an end after being eliminated Tuesday night. Known for his 21 caliber tango and the encore performance of Mango, the crowd favorite stated that the time show has been an amazing experience and he loved every minute of it. The show will return next week as the remaining 9 celebs hit the dance floor once again. This Friday, Oprah Winfrey will be showing her sympathetic animal-loving side as she plans to dedicate her entire show to her dead dog. Winfrey's Cocker Spaniel recently passed away at the age of 13 years old. Winfrey stated to the Associated Press, "Sophie gave me 13 years of unconditional love. She was a true love in my life." The show will urge viewers to adopt a pet from local animal shelters around the country. And now for last weekend's top 5 box office hits. Coming in spot number 5 is Drill Bit Taylor, starring Owen Wilson, which has brought in a total gross of $20,487,000. Ranking at number 4 was Terry Perry's Meet the Browns, which has brought in almost $33 million so far. And the number 3 spot was the superhero movie, which brought in $9,510,000 on its opening weekend. Dr. Seuss' Horn Hears a Who has taken the number 2 spot, bringing in a whopping gross of $118 million. And now your number 1 box office spot goes to 21, starring Kate Bosworth, Lawrence Fishburne, and Kevin Spacey. It was released March 28th, and it has brought in a total gross of over $25 million. Well, that wraps up your entertainment report. I am Marina Santos. Ashland Tonight News. We'll be right back.
Everyone needs to have a great game plan to be successful. At a moment's notice, you and your family need to know what to do when a critical incident, severe weather, or natural disaster strikes. You can do your part by developing a successful game plan for your family. For an emergency checklist of tips on how to prepare your family, visit www.ready.ohio.gov.
When it comes to dogs, cats, and kids, sharing just comes naturally. They share their toys, their beds, even their favorite snacks. But pets and people can share other things as well, like disease. Zoonotic diseases are illnesses that can be transmitted from animals to humans, like leptospirosis, or diseases that affect both people and pets, like Lyme disease. Fortunately, you can help reduce the risk by visiting your veterinarian. Your veterinarian can help protect against zoonotic disease and potentially harmful parasites. Most important, a wellness exam from your veterinarian twice a year can help detect, treat, or prevent health problems before they become serious. So share affection, not illness, and ask your veterinarian about zoonotic disease protection for all your loved ones. A message from the American Veterinary Medical Association and your local veterinarians.
There are a lot of big issues in a national agenda.
But sometimes we help our communities most by getting involved in local issues.
Getting a traffic light at a dangerous intersection or cleaning up a polluted stream can improve lives and strengthen communities. That's what American democracy is all about.
I've always liked the attitude of the carpenter who said, "I cannot solve the world's problems, but I can help build this house."
Together, we can build a better future.
Get involved.
Welcome back to Ashland Tonight News. Here's some quick AU reminders.
This Thursday is the last day donations for Russian children will be accepted. Dr. Sharon Valenta and her family will be attending an Easter celebration at the Russian Embassy in Washington, D.C. Those attending are to bring new clothes for children in Russia orphanages. Please drop off the clothing at 208 Dowk.
The bookstore and the youth and literacy team of Community Care will host Breakfast with The Wild Thing from Where the Wild Things Are by Morris Sendak. The event will be held April 5th at 9:30 a.m. in the Eagle's Nest. Tickets are $5 each and are available in the bookstore.
The Accent Room restaurant will host a night in Tuscany, the fourth dinner of the Gourmet Dinner Series on April 11th. The event starts at 6:30 p.m. and costs $90 per couple.
And lastly, we would like to say happy birthday to one of our TV2 news producers, Michael Hartz.
So I'm thinking maybe a good way to celebrate, maybe with a little bit of cake.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
Look, I have one right here.
Delicious.
Of course, I did stick my finger in it, so we'll give Mike that corner.
Sorry, Mike.
But anyway, we do want to wish him a happy birthday. He does a great job for us. Well, that about does it for Ashland Tonight News. We would just like to thank our wonderful TV2 crew.
And if you're interested in helping out with Ashland's TV2 station, you can email tv2@ashland.edu.
That's right, and don't forget to join us next week. We'll be here in the studio on Wednesday at 5. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Timber was ill.